Hello, my name is Heidi Lee. I'm here at the Hub Culture Pavilion at Sportmax in New York City. I would like to welcome Joanne Cassullo. She is a trustee at the Whitney Museum of American Art. What makes the Whitney Museum different from other museums based in New York?
Well, the Whitney Museum has a wonderful mission, and the mission is to support artists, living artists of all generations. And generally, the Whitney supports artists at a time in their career when they need that recognition and support. It was founded in 1931 by Gertrude Vanderbilt Whitney, who had supported her artist friends in her Whitney Studio Club since the turn of the 20th century, and had amassed a collection that she wanted to give to another institution. And when she approached, I believe it was the Metropolitan Museum of Art, they turned down her offer of giving her collection of American work, as well as the funds to build a wing for it and some endowment money. And when that happened, she said, well, I'll start my own museum. So the Whitney has always been a museum that focuses on art, and certain American art, or art now. We look at art that's been made in America. And generally artists who have yet to make their names into household names. So that's what differentiates the Whitney, let's say, from the Museum of Modern Art, which is a wonderful, wonderful institution, but generally doesn't take as many risks in exhibitions with emerging artists.
Right. I actually had a curiosity question. Some artists are from different countries but have been residing in the United States. What is the distinction between an American artist and an international artist?
That's a very good question. It changes for the Whitney. When I joined the board in 1985, generally you had to be an American citizen in order to have your work collected by the Whitney. And that has changed over the years. Now you can be from any country. If you've come to America and have made art and have experienced America, then your work can be considered both for exhibitions and also for the permanent collection. So that definition has broadened the way America has broadened over the years.
Right. And some of the colleagues that went to the independent study program are those American artists that you know very well.
I do know many artists. There are some that I wasn't studying with, but I'm close to, like Glenn Ligon. Tom Otterness is a wonderful artist who is an early student at the Independent Study Program and is a terrific supporter of the Whitney Museum. David Bates is another wonderful artist. Julian Schnabel went through the program. Tony Coates, Andrea Frazier. There are actually 6 Independent Study Program graduates who are in this year's biennial.
And Glenn Ligon's work is in the White House now. I think the curator shows for President Obama's new collection.
That is correct. He's a very interesting artist. In fact, we're going to be doing an exhibition on Glenn's work in the next, I think next year. Creative Time is an organization that puts art in the public realm in unexpected ways. It's not just about putting a sculpture of a cow on a street corner. Right. It's more about thinking of ways of presenting art that might change a person in their daily life, how they view art. For example, when 9/11 happened, one of the projects we did were the Tower of Lights that we had a partnership with the Municipal Art Society.
Very profound.
Yes, and then another example would be last summer we had an invitation from the city to program Governor's Island. So the citizens of New York City, the visitors, could go over to Governor's Island and go into all of the different little homes and experience art installations. And they're always interesting, and they may not be names that you hear about, which makes it very interesting.
Sounds like the possibilities are endless.
It is endless, and it's a joy to be a participant in the art world. I really love supporting Creative Time and the Whitney Museum. It's my greatest passion.